Good morning, hockey fans. Welcome to today's high school league game between the visiting Des Moines Oakleys and your Dubuque Saints. We get started here with the opening lineups in just a minute. Teams have come out and done warm-ups. Crier on defense. Oh, good, Lurbecky. So the Oaks will send out three of their top 10 leading league scorers. Starting at defense, number 23 from Hempstead High School, junior, Bryce Beschen. Also at defense, number 37 from Cuba City High School, also a junior, Nico Sukachev. We'll go back to, that's Eagle River High School. Number 14, Callan Messrich, a sophomore. From Hempstead High School, number 7, Cody Sweeney. From Platteville High School, number 21, Carter Kirkenbush, a junior. And then goal between the pipes, number 31 from Hempstead High School, Colton Stoll. So we'll get Colton Stoll in net for the Saints today. Had a pretty good game yesterday, even in the loss. He made a couple really big saves. Impressive showing, so he'll get a chance at varsity today. For the Oaks, Jursic came in late in the game after Dubuque had put up 4 goals. I think he only gave up 1. Carson Clemenson leading the league. Got his 200th point of his career last night on his first goal and decided that wasn't quite enough. Added 5 more points as the night progressed. Oaks were victorious 8-5. Roland Croker, another force to be dealt with, and the puck's down. We're underway. Dumped into the zone, and we'll get a quick icing. Puck's down. Oaks control. Top of the slot. Shot over the net. Shot again towards the net. Wrapped all the way around. Oaks go back and collect. Oaks are wearing different jerseys today. I can actually read their names. Sweeney gives off to Kirk. Kirk comes down left side of the slot. Tries to send a message. Not quite there. Laura Becky sends it over. Clemenson heads down the middle. They'll get the puck to him. Backhander goal. Does that guy ever shoot and it not go in? So the Oaks out to an early lead again today. That guy's good. Saints will send out Ross, Sieverding, and Pierce. Pucks it down. Kretz walks it up through center ice. Cross the blue line, drops off for Ross. Now it's Kretz battling for it in the corner. Pierce picks it up, circles down. Oaks stealing the near boards, and they'll chip it out to center ice. Kretz has got it there, sends it over to Schilling. Schilling sends it up to Ross. Ross gets a piece of it on the wrong side of the red line, but they'll still wave off the icing. Oaks circle it around the back of the net. They'll bring it up the near side. Cecil's got it there, sends it across. Back up through center ice. Now it's Besham with the puck back in the defensive zone. Sends it over to Suk. Suk plays it off the boards. Pop back up. Oaks control just outside the red line, or the blue line, I'm sorry. Clemenson's got it there. Everyone pretty much just gets out of his way. Fans on it, still has time to recover and dump it in. Colker knocks it down below the goal line to Clemenson. Clemenson's got it there in the corner. Sends it back out to the point. Shot from the top of the circle. Caught there. Sent back to the blue line. Nice save by Stoll. Sieverding gloves it down. Sends it up to Cade Weiner. Cade Weiner takes it into the middle. Gets around one. Loses it to the second man. Schilling gets it over. Mishandles the puck. Oaks dump it up the blue line, or up to the boards. Across the middle. Ruiz picks it up. Dumps it back in. Clemenson's got it all alone. Oh, nice save by Stoll. He may have got a little fancy there with a behind the back toe drag and tried to one-hand it in. Now it's Benny Meyer up through center ice. Dumps it in. Saved by Jerzyk. Kick to the corner. Bird's going to get it there. Chips it over Schilling. Or, I'm sorry, that's Ruiz. Oaks have it just outside their blue line. Up through the middle. Colker's got it into the slot goal. So 2-0 now in favor of the Oaks. We'll get Meserich, Kirk, and Sweeney back out. Puck one back to Schilling. Schilling gets it over to Kretz. Oakley's get it into the zone. They'll pressure Schilling. Schilling takes it back behind the net, wraps it around the near boards. Save there. Now it's kicked up to Sweeney. Sweeney's got Kirk in front of him, doesn't see him. Mesrich on the far side. Tries to walk around, loses the handle on it. Kick back out. The Oaks will carry it through center ice. Into the attacking zone. Shot high and wide. Wrapped all the way out. It'll go the length. Mesrich will press the issue. Steals it behind the net. Pops straight up in the air. Oaks glove it down. Out to center ice. They're 2-on-1. Back against Suk. Nice save by Stoll. Keeping him busy down there to start the game. Kicked ahead. Mesrich on a little bit of a breakaway. Knocked wide. He'll pick it up in the corner. Backhands it to Sweeney behind the net. Sweeney sends it back to Suk. Hits a dead spot on the boards. Suk in the corner now. Tries to get it back down to Sweeney. Gives to Sweeney now behind the goal line. Sends out in front. Nice save. Oaks have it. They'll send it up. Tipped on the right side of the red line to avoid the icing. Sievering now starts with it behind his own goal line. He'll bring it up the far side, cross the blue line. Out to center ice. Off to Ross. Ross dumps to Sievering. Can't quite get there. Oaks control at center ice. Clemenson now on the far side. Walks around Schilling. Walks to the front. Scores. Holy cow. No goal. The net was off. Okay. No goal. The old snow and water trick. Works every time. By every time, I mean never. Take the net and pound it into the ice a little harder. So Clemenson with a beautiful play walking out of the corner around everyone and tucks it into the net. But the net was off. Unfortunately, that will probably not be the only time he does that today. Oaks lead 2-0. Also on shots on goal in favor of the Oaks, 6-1. .12:06 left in the first period. It's earlier in the morning to come up with any kind of other color commentary. And we're ready to go. Roston for the faceoff. Oaks control. Kicked out to Pierce. Oaks will go D to D at center ice. Walks around Sieverding. There we go. Ross with a little bit of a mini breakaway. He's got Sieverding in the slot. Shot saved. Ross goes at it a little harder than maybe he needed to. But the Saints get another shot on the board. Now with two. Saints will send out Captain Benny Meyer, Cade Weiner, Sammy Ruiz. They'll be back by Stukachov and Beshin. Weiner in for the faceoff, wins it forward. Oaks control below the goal line, chips it off the boards. Up ahead to Clemenson. Clemenson all alone with Suk. Walks around Suk. Suk drags him down. Stoll covers it. No penalty. Sammy Ruiz now with the faceoff. Over to Beshin. Sent down below the goal line. Clemenson's got it there. Sends it out in front. Blocked. Wrapped around to Weiner. Weiner gets it up ahead to Meyer. Meyer 1-on-2. He'll take it wide. Have it stolen there. Send it out to the middle. Goes down to the corner. Oaks have it now on the far side. Send out the middle again to Clemenson. Knocked down. Cryer gives off. Clemenson walks the blue line. Drops back. Oaks have it in the defensive zone. Ball sends it back up to the middle. Laura Becky with a shot. Wide. Ooh. Cal Meserich into the boards hard. He's back up to his feet now, though. Oaks shot from the point. Goes wide. Coker collects there. Gives down to, I think that's still Clemenson in. Backhands it. Out in front. Knocked behind the net. Loose puck. Kicked out to the middle. High slot. Fluttering puck. Oh, shot just wide. Back to the middle goal. 3-0 Oaks. 10-12 left in the first period. That was Sheasel. Sheasel with the goal. So Oaks with 3 goals on 7 shots. Oaks control up to the red line, into the blue. Center on the back of the net. They'll control in the corner, throwing back to the defense. They'll go D to D. Carter Kirkenbush with a nice little breakaway here. Comes down, toe drag, goal. That has to be in the net. No goal. You're full of shit. Excuse my language. Meserich for the faceoff. It's down. Oaks play it high off the glass. Suk holds it in at the blue line, sends it towards the net. Sweeney chases Mertz there in the corner. Comes back up to the blue line. Bastion sends it back down to Sweeney. Up to Bastion at the blue line. Knocks it back down to Sweeney. Centering pass. Gets tipped. Behind the net now. Oaks have it. They'll break it up the near boards. Long cross-ice pass. Tries to work around Bastion. Does. Centering pass. Unconnected. All the way back to center ice. Cryer will pick it up there. He'll dump it back in. Delayed offsides. Wrapped all the way around to the near corner. Suk's got it there. Plays it up to Kolker. Kolker takes it back into the Oak zone. Spins back. Cross-ice pass. Stolen there. Kirk's got it again. A little bit of a breakaway again. Backhanded shot. Trickled just wide. Kolker backhands it up. No ice. Clemenson wins the race to it. He's got it in the near corner. Sends it around the back of the net. Oh, that's Laura Becky. Now Clemenson's got it in the far corner. Out to the point. Shot on net. Saved by Stoll. Down to the corner again. Pierce can't get it by his man. It's walked down below the goal line. Around the back of the net. Sent out in front. Kolker from the blue line. Shot. Tipped in front. Rebound. Controlled. No. Yes. Sebring knocks it out of the zone. Oaks send it back in for the delayed offsides. Schelling plays it up. Back to Bird at the red line. He'll dump it in. Off the side of the goal. Kretz sends it the length of the ice for an icing. Puck's down. Oaks have it. Shot towards the net. Hits the side. Into the corner. Weiner kicks it out to Ruiz. Ruiz sends it over to Meyer. Meyer across the blue line. Takes it down the face-off dot. Shot. Saved by Jersey. So the Saints will have a face-off to the left of the Oaks goalie. Sammy Ruiz will take it. Benny Meyer, Cade Weiner in at forward. Suk and Besham back on defense. Dubuque wins the faceoff. The Oaks steal. Try and clear it back. Suk dumps it into the far corner. Oaks bang it out. Far side. Can't get it by Beshin. Now they do. Oaks chip it over. Sheasel knocks it up. Oaks into the attacking zone. Shot. Saved by Stoll. Nice catch. Face off to the left of Stoll. Colker in for the Oaks. Jackson Heacock in for the Saints. Puck squirts out in front. On the outside of the net. Puck's down. Sweeney's got it. Saved by Jersic. Oaks now on the far side. Stolen there by Heacock. He gives off to Kirk. Kirk dumps it in. Rafter on the far side. Played up. Lower Becky battles forward in the corner. Sends it back to his blue line. Stolen there. Colker sends it to the front. Tipped in front. Nets off again. Puck's down. Dubuque's got it. Tries to play it up the near side. Jumps out to center ice. Pearson Ross press the issue. Sebring skates it offside. Puck one back. Pierce dumps it in. Raptor onto the near side. Knocked over to the far side. Sebring's got it there. Sends it back to Beshin. Beshin tries to send it below the goal line. The Oaks steal. They'll get it out to the blue line. Clemenson now again in the zone. Shot. Saved by Stoll. Oaks win the faceoff. Saints take it back. Ross carries it through center ice. Across the blue line. Takes it wide. Shot wide of the net. Wraps around to the far side. Suk's got it there. Knocks it down the wall. Down below the goal line. Suk's got it in the corner. Tries to get it back to the blue line. Can't. Stolen there. The Oaks will have it held in by Sieverding at the blue line. Saints walk. Oh, lost control. Off to the near side. Played up to the middle. And we'll get an icing. So Ruiz in for the faceoff now with Weiner and Benny Meyer. Puck's down, back to Schilling at the blue line. Sent down to Meyer. Sent across the front of the crease by Weiner. Oaks will win the race to it in the defensive zone. They'll get around Schilling, battle for it in the corner. Weiner knocks it back below the goal line. Oaks collect it there. Tried to one-hand it back to the blue line. That didn't work. Laura Becky sends it in front. Blocked it by Sagers. Now Weiner's got it. Kicks it ahead to Meyer. Meyer carries it across the blue line. Shot on net. Rebound. Blocked by the defender. Oh, Weiner passed it right to the front to Meyer. Net's off. Oh no, goalie's pad is off. That's way worse. Supposed to be a couple straps that hold that into place. Saints will send their top line out against the Oaks top line. We'll get Meserich, Sweeney, and Kirk. Puck down. Saints control. Kirk's got it. Shot. Saved by Jersic. Kirsten. I don't know what I'm saying. Meserich in for the faceoff. Wins it. Gets it back to Suk. Suk sends it up the slot. Stolen there. Knocked back outside the blue line. Saints give it back to Suk. They'll reset back in their own defensive zone. Played up through the middle. The Oaks have it now in their defensive zone. Send ahead to Clemenson. Puck tipped by Suk up into the net for a whistle. Puck knocked loose. Meserich races for it. Oaks win the race. They'll play it up to Coker. Coker sends it across to Laura Becky. Laura Becky across. Shot high. Rebound kicks out. Saints have it. They'll send it back behind the net. Bastian's got it there. Hard up to Sweeney. Sweeney's got it. He's 1-on-3. Dumps it in. Whoa. Goalie kept it interesting. That's a trip. So the Saints will head out to the power play. Down 3-0 and losing in shots 12-8. Sammy Reeves will step in for the faceoff. Oaks win it. They'll play it hard off the glass. Schilling holds it in at the blue line. They'll chip it around him. Centering pass. Shot saved by Stoll, and we'll get a whistle. Saints will send out Sweeney, Meserich, Kirk Meyer, and Beshin. Puck's down. Oaks have it. Shot on the net. Saved by Stoll. Wrapped around the back. Beshin's got it on the goal line. Just off his skate. Robinson steps in. Now it's Kirk. Sent up to Meserich. Just inside the blue line. Sweeney's got it there. Wrapped around the back. Meserich gives off to Sweeney. Shot in front of the net. Net's off a little bit. This will get adjusted while it comes the length of the ice. Stoll's got it there. Leaves for Beshin. Beshin walks it up the middle. Hits Meserich. Gets a piece of it but can't hold on to it. Goes down below the goal line. He'll control there. Up to Beshin at the point. Sent over to Kirk. Shot. Blocked. And the Oaks control. Send it the length of the ice. Stoll. Stop it behind the net. It's a little challenging puck there. Beshin circles behind the goal line. Sends it up to Meyer, who can't quite get a stick on it. All the way now down below the Oaks goal line. Wrapped around to the near side. Hard off the glass. It'll go the length. Stoll again back to get it. Beshin will pick it up. Clemens into pressure. Sweeney's got it now. He'll bring it through center ice. Up to Kirk. Stolen just in the slot. Sweeney's got it on the far boards. Coker steals it. Sends it up the boards. It'll go the length. Stoll settles it there. Plays it up to Beshin. Beshin long pass goes unconnected for an icing. And that'll do it for the Saints power play. I think we got a shot. Not at the game, on net. Saints will send out Ruiz, Weiner, and Meyer. Shot on net, saved by Stoll. Didn't have the rebound, got it there and cleared it out to the blue line. Another save by Stoll. Meyer carries it up through center ice. Loses it just inside the zone. Now it's Ruiz on the half boards. Stolen from behind. Oaks come back. 3-on-2. Watch that man on the far side. Works it down below the goal line. The Oaks run into themselves. Shot saved by Stoll. Rebound coming around the other side. Popped up in the air. Still loose. Weiner walks out with it. He's got it on the far side. Dances around one. Shot on net. Weiner's got his rebound. Centers it. Back to the blue line. Shot wide. Beshin's got it here. Near blue line. Dumped down to the corner. Weiner walks it behind the net. Tries to wrap it out in front. Nobody home. Back to Beshin at the blue line. D to D. Schilling tries to get all of it. Gets very little of it. Played over to Beshin. Beshin sends it up the middle to Ross. Nets off again. 21 seconds left in the first period. Oaks lead in shots, 17-10. And on the scoreboard, 3-0. Meserich in for the faceoff. Wins it back to Kirk. Kirk throws it towards the net. Sweeney's on his backside. Long pass out. Oaks have it there. Stolen by Kirk. Taken back. Laura Becky with the shot. Sue connects the rebound. Sends it off to the corner. Oaks send it to the slot. And that'll do it for the first period. Oak Leafs 3, Dubuque 0. Plenty of time to go make some bacon and eggs. Jose on the ice here. We'll see you back in 20 minutes. So we're just about ready to drop the puck here in the second period. Oaks will come out with a big line of Laura Becky, Cryer, Clemenson, Kolker, and Bird. Bird's just as impressive as the other four. He's just not up there in scoring. Saints to come out with their top line of Sweeney, Meserich, Kirk, with Beshin and Sukichov back on D. Puck's down and we're underway. Meserich takes it inside the blue line, gives off to Sweeney. Sweeney shot. Wide, refs around to the far side. Suk holds it in. Presses the issue down to the corner. Stolen there. The Oaks will take it behind the net. Sweeney knocks him off the puck. Wrapped her up to the far side. Held in by Suk. Meserich shot. Goal! Cal Meserich gets the Saints on the board early in the second period. Cal had a big game yesterday. 4 assists, I believe he had. Saints win the puck back to Beshin. Beshin turns it over there. Clemenson comes in, just misses the net. Maybe that wasn't Clemenson. It's very un-Clemenson. Like, no, it was. Nice save there by Stoll. Saints will send out some fresh legs. Oaks will leave their line out for offensive zone faceoff. Puck's down. Saints control. Kretz has got it. Plays around the back of the net. Around the boards to Meyer. Oaks steal there. Shot on net. Saved by Stoll. Kicked out. Oaks control. Hold it in. Kretz with the stop. Sends it back up to the neutral ice. Kolker dumps it back in. Gets the Stoll. Stoll leaves off for Schilling. Schilling wraps it around the near boards. It's played up the middle. Oaks still there. Sends it cross ice. Laura Becky can't quite send it up the boards. Now it's Sieverding. Walks it to the blue line. Gets it up to Sammy Ruiz. Ruiz into the zone. Taken back by the Oaks there. Sent up. Kretz dumps it back in. All the way down below the goal line. Bird goes back to pick it up. Sends it up the ice. Oaks still have that line out. Nice 2-minute shift to start the game. Kolker dumps off, leaves off for Laura Becky. Laura Becky takes it into the zone, takes it wide. It's blocked there by the Saints. Oaks take it back. Clemenson now sends over to the blue line, shot towards the net. Rebound, saved by Stoll. Sukochov carries it up the near boards. Held in there. Now the Oaks will break it the other way. They've got Beshin back. Walked around him. Shot. Saved by Stoll. He'll hold on for the whistle. Stoll still having some issues with his helmet down there. Mesrich in for the faceoff. Oaks win it. Knock it on the near boards. Kretz clears it up. Knock back in. Stoll with the save. Kicks it over to Schilling. Schilling walks around the back of the net. Plays it up to Kretz. Kretz sends it up to Sweeney. Oaks control. They'll bring it back into the blue line. Dumped on net. Just wide. Now it's Sweeney up the near boards. Into the offensive zone with a little speed. Wallpapered onto the boards there. Ooh, whoa! Mesrich centers out. Kirk gets a couple shots that can't finish. That's a trip. Everyone in this booth thinks it's a trip. We don't get to make that call. Oaks have it below the goal line. They'll play it up the near boards. Wrapped around down below the goal line. Sweeney battles for it there. Kicks out to the side to Mesrich. Kirk gives back to Kretz. Sent out in front, wrapped around the back. Sweeney's got it on the far side. Gives it off to Schilling. Schilling sends it towards the net, just wide. Chipped off the boards. Oaks will bring it through center ice. Hits the brakes just inside the blue line. Throws it on net. Stoll helps him and tips the puck up into the net. Everyone gets a change. Puck's down. Saints wrap it around the boards. Cryer holds it in at the blue line. Knocks it back down below the goal line. All the way down to the far side. Send out in front. Cryer's got it there. Tipped on the slot. Bird on the far side now. Plays it down to the corner. Laura Becky behind the net. Sends it aside to Clemenson. Clemenson, long pass out to Bird at the blue line. Shot. Wide of the net. It'll wrap around there. Sammy Ruiz helps get it out of the zone. Sends it up. Oaks counter. Sieverding will take it beyond the net. Manages to get it out of the zone. Sammy Ruiz kicks it up. Straight up in the air and out of play. Saints will send out Weiner, Pierce, and Ross. They'll be backed by Schilling and Kretz. Oaks leave the big guys out. Puck's down. Oaks have it. Laura Becky into the zone. Oaks controlling the near boards. Now it's the Saints. Kretz plays it up to Pierce. Pierce sends it to the middle where it's stolen by Laura Becky. Cade Weiner brings it through center ice. Feathers it up to Pierce. Gets it around one. Covers the puck. And we'll get a whistle. Joe Ross in for the faceoff. Puck down. Wrapped around the back. Oaks bring it up through the neutral zone. Knocked loose there by Schilling. Oaks recover. Schilling's got it now below the goal line. Cuts back. Throws it up the middle. Ross has got it there. Played in front of the boards. Oaks tic-tac pass across the side. No ice there. Off the side of the goal. Oaks have it. Throw it out in front. Nice save by Stoll. Now it's Weiner through center ice, across the blue line, sends it over to Pierce. Pierce with a little time, shoots wide. Held in by Sukichov. Played wide. Sweeney's got it there on the far side. Sends it to the middle. Connected with Mesrich, and it's a save. 10:57 left in the second period. Oaks holding on to a 3-1 lead. Cal Mesrit steps in for the faceoff. He's flanked by Sweeney and Kirkenbush. He wins it. Oaks quickly take it back. They'll play it out to center ice where Suk controls it, sends it over to Besha. Besha's got it there, sends it up the ice. Sweeney chips it ahead. Oaks recover. Lower Becky takes it into the zone, drops it into his own skates to Clemenson. Lower Becky now back behind the net. He'll walk around, gives it to the blue line. Cryer's shot tipped in front. Nice save by Stoll. Another shot hits the side of the net. Sweeney sends it up. Mesrich gets a piece of it. Oak steal, send it back in. Suk's got it there. Played ahead to Sweeney. Sweeney feathers it in. All the way down to the corner. Bird will get it there. Sends it over to Mesrich. He plays for us. And the Oaks got it now. No ice. Nolan Kretz plays it across to his partner, Schilling. Oaks have it in the slot. Or Becky takes it away from Kirkenbush. Now it's Clemenson with a goal. So 9:43 left in the second period, and that's a hat trick for Clemenson. Puck's down. Vukazic takes it into the zone. Benny Meyer shot on net. Saved. Oaks have it. They'll wrap it up the near boards. Oh, Sieverding with a nice shot deflected in front by Meyer. Meyer's got it below the goal line. Gives it back up to Kretz. Kretz shot towards the net. Saved. Thrown to the near corner. Battled in the middle now. And it's played over to the near boards. Wrapped around the back like on the net. Benny Meyer will race forward in the corner. Kick back up to Schilling at the blue line. He throws it towards the net. Saved by the Oaks goaltender. Wrapped around to the far corner. They'll play it up. Clemenson's got it there. Long pass to Kolker. Besson goes back to get it. Oh, Schilling picks it up. Plays it over to the far corner. Besson will pick it up there. Looks for the long pass. Weiner gets a piece of it just outside the blue line to avoid the icing. He'll collect it behind the net. Joseph Ross helps him out. Knocks it back behind the goal line. Battle for behind the goal line there. Nice pass by Weiner. Suk tries to give it back to him. Nobody home. They'll play it hard off the boards. Laura Becky now. Sends it over to Schiesel. Besha knocks him off the puck. Sent back to center ice. Dumped in. Nice save by Stoll. He'll flip it over to Suk. Suk will turn and go behind the net. Kicked out. Held up. Not held in. Dumped back in. Delayed offsides. Beshan's got it with a little time now. Looks for that long pass. It's knocked down in front. Ross pulls it back. Ross across the blue line. Schiesel's got it. Sends a long pass up to... I can't tell. Shot saved by Stoll. Now Schilling from behind the net walks through the slot. Over to the near side. Hard off the boards. Shot knocked down. Pierce has got it there. Weak pass to the middle. High stick. Cade Weiner gives off to Schilling. Schilling sends a weak shot towards the net. Nice goal! Cal Meserich with his second of the day. Off a nice feed from Cody Sweeney. So the Saints got the lead, 4-2. Meserich battles for the puck all the way down. Oaks have it now. Oaks knock it back up to center ice. Kretz knocks it into the defensive zone. Oaks have it in the D. They'll send a long pass up the middle. Stalled, kicked over to the far side. They get to it before it gets to Clemenson. Sweeney's got it now. He'll come back the other way, takes it into the zone. Cuts wide, shot, saved by the goaltender. Clemenson now at the blue line. He's got 3-on-2. Drop pass, walks around one. That's a goal. They didn't make it look so easy. You'd feel bad for him. Just kind of feathered that in behind Stoll. Good news is it wasn't Clemenson. Bad news, it was Clemenson on the assist. So Colker gets that goal. The Leafs decide they didn't like the 2-goal lead. They stretch it back to 3. 6:12 left in the second period. Sieverding in for the faceoff. Oaks control. They'll take it into the zone. Laura Becky sends it across to Colker. Oaks controls. They'll send it back in directly into the back of Carlson. He doesn't like that. No one does. Stopped at the blue line. Sieverding gives back to Suk, who gives off to Bestion, sends it up to Ruiz. Ruiz hits Meyer, streaking across the middle. Oak goalie sends it to the corner. Back to Suk. Suk at the blue line. Sends it towards the net. Nice save. Or Becky backhands it. Held in by Bestion. Shot on net. Saved by the goaltender. Kick to the corner. Captain Benny Meyer makes life hard there. Now the Oaks have it coming out from behind the goal line. Or Becky and Clemenson. Off to Clemenson. Back to Colker. And the Saints will go the other way. Up to Sammy Ruiz on a breakaway. Shot, save, rebound, bounced out of the way. Rebound controlled there. And we'll get an icing. So a little life from the Saints. A couple opportunities there. Nice breakaway by Sammy Ruiz. Just under 5 minutes left in the second period. We'll get Meserich in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Oaks control. Send it around the back of the net. They'll break it up the far side. Schelling tries to slow him down. Can't quite get enough of him. Out in front. Kretz with a nice save. Oaks have it on the far side. Sent to the slot. Goal. Water bottle knocker. So the Oaks up to 6-2. Puck's down. Dubuque brings it through. Weiner into the slot. We're going to get a tripping call. Might get another one. So the Saints are going on the power play. The bad news is 4 of the top 10 scorers in the league are on the penalty kill. Mesert's in for the faceoff. Oaks win it and send it the length of the ice quickly. Stoll controls it, plays off to Beshin. Beshin plays off to Sweeney. Sweeney will take it into the zone, takes it wide, walks the goal line, throws it out in front. Oh! Nothing there. Lots of activity. Nice save by the Oaks goaltender. Stoll with a long pass off to Kirk. Kirk wheels it up the middle, down Main Street. Takes it wide, drops off for Sweeney. Sweeney tries to get back to Kirk. Squirts away from him. He's still moving with speed. Off to Sweeney, just off his stick. Behind the net to Meserich. Off to Sweeney. Shot over the net. Wrapped around to Beshin. Beshin gives off to Sweeney again. Centering pass, no good. And one of those top 10 scorers chugs down the ice. It's Cryer. Heads for the net. Nice save by Stoll. Still controls the puck, though. He'll play it all the way back to Kolker. Kolker will just park it on the goal line and sends it the length. Stoll goes behind the net to stop it, leaves it for Beshin. Beshin wraps it around hard under some intense pressure. Ruiz has got it there. He'll send it back below the goal line. Oaks with an incredible amount of pressure on this shorthand. Now it's Schilling controlling. Plays it up. Just off the stick of Weiner. And we'll get an ice. Apparently it wasn't off the stick of Weiner. It was just close. 15 seconds left on the Saints power play. Sammy Ruiz in for the faceoff. He'll win it over to Nolan Kretz. Nolan Kretz carries it outside the zone. He's got Blake Severting with him. Stopped at the blue line. The Oaks send it back in. Schilling will go all the way back to the goal line to cover. Takes it behind the net. Sends it behind the net back to Sammy. Sammy gets it up to Cade. Cade carries it across the blue line. Walks it into the corner. Loses it there. Oaks hit the brakes. Send it right up the middle. Stolen there by Kretz. Knocked back into the Dubuque zone. Played back up to the middle. The Oaks will control there. Chipped it up ahead. Into the slot. Nice save by Stoll. Loose puck. Played head to Kirk. Kirk will walk it up the middle. Takes it to the far side. He's 1-on-4. Gets a nice shot. Save. Oaks goalie plays it out to avoid the whistle. Nice aerial pass. Lands at the feet of Beshin. Oaks will bring it through center ice. Dumps it in. Just to the left of Stoll. Oaks control. Send it out to the blue line. Clemenson's got it there. Plays it off to the side. Dumped in. Behind the net. Still a minute left to play in the period. Clemenson knocks it out of midair. Pulls it down. Dumps it off to Laura Becky. Throws it out in front. Clemenson steals it from Suk. Walks out in front. Nice stay by Stoll. The net might have been off there. I can't tell. .55 seconds left in the period. Why not leave these guys out? Saints will send down fresh legs. Sammy Ruiz, Joseph Ross. Played it over. Schilling's got it now on the goal line. Plays it up to Ross. Banged out to the Oaks blue line. Shot on net. Deflected in front. Schilling's got it now. He'll play it out the boards. Back to neutral ice. The Oaks go. Laura Becky's got it. Controls it at the blue line. Sends it across ice. Chipped up to Laura Becky in the slot. Nice save by Stoll. Laura Becky again. Pryor steps into one. No. Pulls it down. It's dumped in. 20 seconds left in the period. Schilling behind the net. Schilling sends it off to Ruiz. Back to Schilling. Cross ice to Seegers. Loose puck. 5 seconds on the period. Sent towards the net. And that'll do it for the second period. Shots on goal in favor of the Oaks. 32-25. Oaks in favor on the scoreboard as well. 6-2. Take a brief break. Zam the ice. Get something to drink. See you back here in 20 minutes. No, we're not. Underway here in the third period. Puck sent the length. No icing there. Oaks will play it to the far corner. Mesrich has got it in the corner. Sends it off to Sweeney in front. Wraps it out. Loose puck. Cryer sends it over to Clemenson. Laura Becky and Clemenson. Blocked in front. Kirk's got it there. He'll carry it out of the zone. Backhands up to Sweeney. Sweeney gloves it down. Oaks have it now. They'll play it up. And even when it goes into skates, he gets lucky. Laura Becky's shot tricks off to the corner. Stop. Saved by Stoll. And we'll get a whistle. .6:14 left in the period. Puck's down. Back to the... tipped in front. Loose puck battle for on the Oaks blue line. Sent down in front of the crease. Cryer's got it there. Walks out, loses it. Now it's Benny Meyer. Cross ice pass to Sieverding. Sieverding tries to get it back to Meyer. Schilling kicks it up the middle. Back to Kretz. Kretz over to Schilling. Schilling to Sieverding. Sieverding through center ice. Across the blue line. Walks it in. Shot. Saved by the Oaks goaltender. Oaks will bring it up the near side in front of the benches. Stolen there by Schilling. Schilling now hard off the boards. Squirts out to the middle. Sieverding's got it there. Sends it cross ice. Ruiz goes unconnected. Bounce back and forth. The Oaks have it in their defensive zone. They'll go D to D. Hard pass up the middle. Clemson chips it into the board or into the zone. Ruiz puts it into the Dubuque zone. Corbin Deutsch steps onto the ice for the first time, I think, today. Long pass stolen by Deutsch at center ice. Knocked into the zone. Oaks control behind the goal line. They'll try and break it up the near side. Kicked out to the middle. That's Kolker. Sends it over to Laura Becky, who can't catch it. But catches up to it behind the net. Battled there. Besham plays it around the near side. It's Pierce there. Gets it back to Bird. Bird dumps it in. Besham collects it at the far corner. He'll take it behind the net. Plays it around to Deutsch. Stolen from Deutsch. Knocked back to the corner. Squirts out in front. And Stoll makes the cover for a save. Dubuque will send out its big guns of Mesrich, Kirk, and Sweeney. Top three scorers on the team. Bird has it at the point. Shot towards the net. Saved by Stoll. Pass stolen in front. Kirk's got it now. He's got Sweeney and Suk with him. Sweeney sends it back. Hits the skate of Suk. And we're going the other way. Or Becky takes it through center ice. Across the blue line. Stolen there by Beshin. He kicks it up to Mesrich. Oaks will fire it back to the defensive zone. Long pass knocked down there. Bird's got it now. Plays it up the middle. Stolen by Kirk. Or Becky knocks it down. Takes it across the blue line. Shot on net. Stayed by Stoll. That was a quick release. Shot. Saved by Stoll. He'll glove it and hold on for a whistle. I didn't start the clock for any of that. 13:33. Oaks clinging to a 6-2 lead. Sieverding in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Schilling knocked out the puck. It goes down below the goal line. Schilling gets the puck back. Far side drops off for Ruiz. Stolen and knocked back in. Ruiz again sends it to the middle. Jumped all the way down. Stoll will stop it behind the net. Knocked out to the blue line. Oaks dump it down to the far corner. Popped up. That's Ruiz battles for it. Kicks it up the boards a little bit. Benny Meyer tries it there. Oaks steal and feather it towards the net. Bad bounce. And Stoll holds on for a whistle. Ross in for the faceoff, wins it back to Suk. Suk takes it behind the net. Just ahead of Pierce. Oaks controlling their own zone. Shot on net, saved by Stoll. Pops straight up in the air, into the corner. Beshin's got it there. Plays it up. Pierce knocks it loose. He'll chase it all the way down in front of the Zam doors. Below the goal line, behind the net. Oaks have it, and they'll clear the zone. Weiner's got it there. Gives it back to Suk. Suk has it poke loose. Oaks controlling the corner. Feathered off to the middle. High slot shot. Tipped in front. Saved by Stoll. Oaks bang at the board. Another shot from the point. Another save by Stoll. Kick to the corner. Suk's got it there. High aerial pass. Glove down. Sent up the middle by Schiesel. Shot. Wide. Hits the brakes. Now it's Sweeney in the corner. Sends an aerial pass up. Glove down by the Oaks. Schiesel again. High slot. Save by Stoll. Held on for the whistle. Bucks down. Played out to center ice. Oaks will go back and pick it up. Played up. Meserich knocks it down to the corner behind the goal line. Oaks played up the near side all the way back to Schilling. Schilling's got in the defensive end. Played ahead to Laura Becky. Now it's Kretz up in the air. Back to the Oaks D. They'll try and get it back to Sweeney. They can't. Now it's Meserich and Kirk one-on-one. 2-on-1, I guess that would have been. Shot wide. Saints putting a little pressure on here. Oaks throw it up the middle, all the way down for an ice. Pucks down. Played up the near boards. Benny Meyer's got it behind the net. Tries to throw it out in front. Blocked there. Now it's Sammy Ruiz. Kicks it back. Suk fires it towards the net. Tipped in front. Wide of the net. Basham plays it down. Ruiz will get it behind the net. Meyer there to battle help him out. Ruiz walks away with it. Throws it to the slot. Nothing doing there. Oaks control. They'll take it back behind the net. Besson chips it by Becky. Saints have it now. It's Sieverding. Dumps it into the corner. He'll go for a change. Oaks will start it out behind their net. Long pass up to Clemenson. Takes it in the zone. Oaks dump it back in. Down behind the goal line. Schilling will walk out with it. Schilling feathers it up. Schill again. Slot. Backhanded shot. Tipped in front. Oaks have it. Joe Ross drives with the big hit. Now it's back out to center ice. Kretz has it there. Plays it ahead to Deutsch. Deutsch from the circles. Sends it across. Off a couple states. Weiner's got it. Walks it down to the goal line. Tries to send it back to Ross. Oaks circle her out behind the net. Hits a stanchion. Pops out to center ice. Draw it all the way down below the goal line. Oaks will walk it there. Take it up the far side. Cuts across the middle. Right down Main Street and dumps it in. Big hit there by Suk. Kretz will walk it out, play it off the boards, up ahead, just out of the reach of Mesrich. Oaks counter. They're back in the zone now. Kick back out to Sweeney. 3-on-2, developing here. Sweeney over to Mesrich. Beshin jumps in, sends the puck towards the net. Kirk's got it behind the net. They'll wind it up. Right through the middle, cuts around 2. All the way through the neutral zone, into center ice, down to the slot. Goal! So Kirk gets a one-man show there. Takes it from behind the net all the way down the ice and roofs it. I think Stoll's going to get an assist on this. Got just enough to leave it off for Kirk. Oaks take it in. Yeah, we got a goalie assist. That'll tick off the other goalies. He's the leader in points now. Work from behind the net out in front. We got Carter going the other way. He's got Cody with him. Takes it wide. Walks it down to the slot. Behind the net, throws it out in front. Oh, can't connect with Cal. Cross ice pass. Knocked all the way back. Schilling will go back to get it. Big hit there. Schilling walks out of the corner with it. Long pass knocked down by Cal. Benny's got it there. Sent back up to center ice. Nolan Kretz controls. Sends it back over to Braden Schilling. Schilling to Kretz. Kretz loses it there to Clemenson. Blocked in front. Loose puck pops up. Off the crossbar and up into the netting. .320 left, or I'm sorry, 6:20 left in the third period. Saints have closed the gap to 3 goals. Oaks lead 6-3. Shivering loses the faceoff. Oaks controlling the near boards. Grazed off a pole, I heard. Knocked back in. That was not off, but hey, that's what the linesman says. Benny Meyer, right down the middle. Tries to take it wide. Knocked off the puck. Loose in front. Sammy Ruiz sends it out in front. Loose puck, and it's covered with a way too quick whistle. Deutsch, Pearson, Ross will step out. Ross in for the faceoff. They're back by Besh and Suk. Puck's down. Oaks control. They'll wrap it around the back of the net. Loose puck out in front. Sent back to Bashan at the blue line. Beshon dumps it down. Pierce kicks it out in front. Now we're on the near side. Oaks control. That's Clemenson through the middle with speed. Nice save by Stoll. Puck's down. Mesrich gets around his man. You got a 3-on-1 happening here. Kirk. Oh, loses it in the middle. Kirk now behind the net. Tries to throw it out. Bashing down to the corner. Out in front. We're just really quick with that whistle today. Five minutes left to go here in the third period. Mesrich will step in for the faceoff. Saints win. Over to Kirk. Kirk shot. Over the net. Jumps over Sweeney's stick. He's got it on the near board, or far boards. Leaves for Beshon. Beshon walks down the boards. Top of the circle. Shot. Kicked up into the netting. My clock isn't starting when I want it to. Mesrich in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Oaks control. Back behind the net. They'll bring it up the near side. Off to Clem. Clem from the slot. High shot. Deflected. Beshon walking with a little bit of a limp. Probably just a stinger. Now we get Ruiz in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Saints control. Kretz takes it to the corner. Turns back. Plays it up to Ruiz. Can't quite handle it. Shot towards the net. Saved by Stoll. Now kicked out to the near side. Sent all the way up through center ice. Cryer plays it off. Colker with a big hit in the back. Clemenson down the near corner. Throws it back to Bird. Bird shot on net. Schilling's got it behind the net. He'll cut back and go the other way. Plays off to Ruiz. Ruiz gets it out to center ice. Bird back to play it. Schilling's got it on the near side. Plays across to Kretz. Kretz gets it up to Meyer. Stolen there. Oaks will go the other way through center ice. Loose puck in the slot. Walked away by Mesrich. Sent across. Sammy Ruiz now walks it wide. Throws it on net. Deflected out. Kirk's got it there. Walks it down the side. Sends it out in front. It's blocked. Kirk fans on another shot. Clemenson chips it up. That was cheap. Mesrich through the middle. Drops it off for Beshon. Sweeney picks it up. Sends it over to Kirk. A little too high, a little too hard. Through the slot. Nobody home. Suk sends it down below the goal line. Now it's battled on down there. Big hit. Shot from Mesrich at the high slot. Can't get through. Sweeney sends it in front. It's stolen there. Kirk bangs it loose. Suk holds it in. Cross-ice pass over to Beshon. Saved by the goaltender. Kick to the corner. Sweeney's battles for it there. Back out to Beshin. They'll chip it around him. Suko beat the icing out. Played ahead. Messerich sends it up. Just out of the reach of Sweeney. Beshin's got it now. Walks it down the side. Down below the goal line. Cuts back. Plays off to Weiner. Weiner back to Sweeney. Down to Weiner. Sweeney throws it through the slot. Nobody home. And now the Oaks have it. 2-on-1. Oh, shot wide. Beshin sends it behind the net. He's struggling there. Something's hurt. She's a high slot. Shot. Saved by Stoll. Rebound kicks out too far. Ross has got it now. Now it's Cade Weiner. Walks up the middle. Off his stick. Kicks off a skate and will go the length. Kretz will go back to pick it up. Sends it far down the ice to Pierce. Knocked loose from Pierce. Kretz will come up and get it again. Played through the neutral zone. They'll send it back to the Oaks goal line. Control below the net. Played up. Around everyone. 1 minute left in the period. Comes all the way down. Stoll control it there. Leaves it for Kretz. Kretz plays it out to neutral ice. Oaks will walk back in from the blue line with it. Throw in the middle. Or Becky with a shot. Saved by Stoll. Thrown out in front. Saved. Nets off. Nets off. Nets off. Nets off. There you go. So 24 seconds left in this third period. Saints will try the three-point play here coming up. Puck's down. Oaks have it. Sent down below the goal line. Into the far corner. Beshin picks it up there. Plays it up to Sweeney. Sweeney cross ice to Kirk. Can't quite get all of it. The Oaks might be phoning it in a little bit here. That'll do it. Final score, Oakleaf 6, Dubuque Saints 3. Shots on goal in favor of the Oaks, 43-30. That'll do it for our weekend of hockey here in Dubuque. We appreciate for watching. Next weekend, we've got Waterloo in the home and away series on Saturday and Sunday. Hope to see you then.